The Magalies Park Golf Club on the banks of the SuperSport Dam played host to the country's biggest golfing event for disabled golfers, the Canon South African Disabled Golf Championships. This was the second time the club had hosted the championships, and according to manager William van Meulen, they improved on the service on every front.
Obviously, after year one, we found all the little faults that we'd made and little things that we could improve on. And then this year we went and worked on those areas to ensure that the golfers returning and the new golfers coming here could experience what we can offer services from Magalies Park.
Golf courses are designed to provide a challenge for the players. Some are long, others are exposed to the elements and harsh terrain. And some, like Magalies Park, make up for the good weather and lack of length with unusual quirks around the course like wickedly sloping greens.
Well, obviously these greens have slopes on them. The golf course is not a long golf course, so we try and defend the golf course with the greens. And I think if you look at the greens, you can see the slope. It's not like other golf courses where they're very subtle slopes. These slopes are quite severe in places. And I think you need to look at the slopes and use the slopes to your advantage.
The Magalies Park course is a par 72 measuring 7,000 metres off the club tees. William believes the course is suited to golfers who can resist the temptation of using drivers and the long irons too often.
I think most of the golfers that come and play here look at and they tend to go to the big stick, and I don't think this is what this golf course is designed for. This golf course is designed for golf course management. So you need to manage your golf out there, get yourself in the right position, keep yourself below the hole at most of the holes. And I think if you do that, you could score well just by managing yourself properly.
After a highly successful first year of hosting the Canon South African Disabled Golf Championships, the tournament returned to the Northwest Club for its 21st anniversary event, and for very good reason.
Well, first of all, I think it's the length of the golf course, and I'm not taking any disadvantages into the guys not hitting the ball far, because there are guys here who able guys hit way longer than they do. But I think at the end of the day, the whole setup with the chalets, with the restaurant, with everything in close proximity, I think at the end of the day, this is an absolute venue that is suited for their type of golf.
The Canon SA Disabled Golf Championships has enjoyed a steady increase in player participation from both local and international golfers, as well as improved media coverage. Tournament director Lily Reich tells us more.
It's been incredible. I mean, the first tournament that I worked in was 35 people. We now have 80 of our top players in the world playing in this tournament. First year as well for us to be on the world ranking systems, which is incredible for our golfers, which has also got some extra good golfers to our country. It's also a great show for our South African golfers who are doing extremely well in the tournament this year.
Hosting disabled golfers means that the club and its many facilities have to be able to accommodate wheelchairs and other aids used by the golfers. And Magalies Park has been very accommodating in ensuring that the club is fully equipped.
Besides the fact that this works well because we have everything in one place, like the golf course, the restaurant, the entertainment, the security, it's also, they go so out of their way to help us by building ramps, by facilitating our disabled, by doing everything that we even just mention or hint about. This facility here at Magalies Park have just gone completely out of their way to make it disabled friendly for us. So yes, it's also a very, very safe environment, especially for our children. And after golf, they can go ride bikes, they can play putt-putt, they can go on the boat. There's just so much for them to do here.
Young disabled golfers aspire to playing in prestigious events like the Canon SA Championships. To this end, the SA Disabled Golf Association have put in place a number of programs aimed at enabling previously disadvantaged golfers to grow and play the game.
We do have a Deaf Go for Gold program where the children in November, they come as rookies and play right here at Magalies Park in a 3-day tournament of 9 holes. We then select them to come to this tournament. So I've got 7 of those playing, and the previous year's rookies that have now qualified, we put them into our elite squad, and then once they do well in the elite squad obviously being for school-going children, if they show interest, they become part of the academy, and we offer them an education. We offer them a home to live in, a safe home, because of the areas they come to. So currently our SADGA Academy runs out of King David Mowbray Golf Club in Cape Town with a Canon flat up the road. They come in every day, they train the 7 schools in Cape Town, and they all on learnerships or the PGA of South Africa courses.
The First Swing program is an initiative that helps introduce disabled youngsters to the game of golf, and it has made great strides in unearthing some very talented young players.
So our First Swing program is for severely disabled children. Most of my 1,000 children will never be able to get onto a golf course, so we create modified golf environments at their schools, indoors and outdoors, teaching them the basic life skills of golf: honesty, timekeeping, integrity, good sportsmanship, good judgment, say hello, basic skills that a lot of them don't get from home. We probably get maybe 2 children out of our 1,000 every year that we can progress in the physically disabled, and then we start training them privately with our incredible team of coaches. We have 20 of them around the country, and once they start getting more training, we will then bring them to the tournament once they qualify by playing 5 rounds of golf and off a 36 handicap.
Among the very many success stories to have emerged through the First Swing program are 2 that Lily Reich is particularly proud of.
Iggy, yeah, a huge success story. We got hold of Iggy probably 8 years ago. My coach Kulk Martinez took him on, taught him. We then saw his progress and how good he was and how much enthusiasm he showed, and we managed to get him into the Western Cape Sports School. He finished matric there. We then got him into Dameland College to do a year's admin administration. We've put him on the Dale Carnegie course, and now luckily thanks to DJO Global, we've got him on a learnership. He's just done incredibly well in his first year of NQF4. He's qualified to go to NQF5. He's also gone on a Dale Carnegie course, so he's my little MC. Brilliant golfer, and I see him making top 10 this week. Super proud of Sandili Shangi. He's from Kwantintwa School in Changa in the KwaZulu-Natal region, sponsored and supported tremendously by the KwaZulu-Natal Golf Union, doing very well this year. And I was shocked to see how confident he was in his interview, because he's actually quite a shy kid. He's playing against the other First Swing program elite squads. We've got 3 from St Vincent's School, Mpo, Wilfred and Kwazi, and then from Soweto we've got from Sizwele School, Tobani, that's his first tournament this year, and Sisa from Cape Town, also his first tournament this year. They qualified in the Deaf Go for Gold program. So yes, super excited for these kids. Sisa is actually being trained by one of our own academy kids, Darren Hanekom, who is last year's winner. He's his coach. He comes weekly for lessons, and he comes on the weekend, stays in the academy home because it's safe, and plays at King David Mowbray Golf Club on the weekend. So we're super proud of Sisa, and we're super proud of his coach, Darren, from the academy squad.
The SA Disabled Golf Championships does not enjoy the mass media exposure that able-bodied golf does and other high-profile sports, but that hasn't stopped Canon from getting behind the event in a very significant way.
From Canon's side, it's so important to be part and parcel of this tournament. It is so fantastic to see so many internationals come along and compete against our local players.
It's a relationship that clearly benefits both Canon and the SA Disabled Golf Association. So what does Dana envision for the future of the Canon SA Disabled Championships?
We would like to see that the World Cup actually takes place, which is quite important. And also, especially at being the 4th year that we are going to be sponsoring, we would like to see a lot more internationals joining us, and also to see a lot more South Africans taking part. There's so many South Africans out there that play golf, but they don't even know that there is an association like this.
The relatively low profile of disabled golf in South Africa no doubt would frighten off a number of potential sponsors. So why did Canon decide to sponsor the event?
Well, when I started working for Canon about 8 years ago, I saw this organization with so much potential, and then later on I started playing with the kids in different, different interprovincial tournaments, and I saw so much potential, and the kids are amazing. They don't have anything, and to be able to give them more than what they could ever imagine is it's the most humbling experience ever. And with the elite squad that actually lives in the Canon house, where they actually are in a safe environment, it's close to the golf course, it is such a fantastic place for them to be and to grow their golf.
Canon's involvement as a sponsor goes back a number of years now, and they've been able to watch the disabled youngsters grow and develop into good golfers and fine young South Africans.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I look at Iggy and Darren and Charles. They came through the first swing ranks, and now they're coaching other kids. Charlie is actually coaching able-bodied kids. They're all doing their PGA. Iggy is doing his business degree. It's amazing how you wouldn't think that now, where they come from, that they're actually doing what they're doing.
Australian Damien Tomlinson was one of the international golfers taking part at the Machali's Golf Park. Damien lost both his legs above the knee while serving in Afghanistan in 2009. So why did he choose golf?
I think golf represents the perfect balance between, temperament and management and structure of what I do. We just heard the manager speak about the course management and how important it is. That for someone like me, especially someone with post-traumatic stress disorder, is a really important part of your life, being able to work out those small, but they seem small and insignificant, but on the golf course it's such a great metaphor to how to deal with life in a good way. So that's what sort of had me gravitate towards it. As well, my mum, I broke my back snowboarding in Utah and chipped a few teeth, and she was like, when are you gonna do something that's not dangerous? And it wasn't until I spoke to a mate where I was like, I just don't want to wake up in a hospital and have a doctor this time say, mate, this time you can't walk again. So I decided I was going to pick something that was a bit more casual. And yeah, I've loved golf for a long time, but never wanted to play it competitively. And then I got the opportunity. I started to think about it, play a bit better, and I was like, I now want to beat everyone.
The defending champion was England's Mike Brown. The 41-year-old former Royal Artillery Regiment gunner is a single-leg amputee. So how did he find his way into golf?
I got an invite to play in a thing called the Willow Classic back in 2015. I think I was playing off of 5 or something then. So I hadn't been playing golf long, but yeah, I shot, I think, 12 under for my few rounds, and I was 5 under gross. And yeah, he just said, "You ever thought about it?" And I didn't think nothing of it until then. And then a few months later, I sort of took some advice, and I went and played on the Gecko Tour in Spain and turned pro.
Mike has been a full-time professional for 3 years and spends much of the year crisscrossing the world, playing, coaching and inspiring others to take up the sport. But he does have a soft spot for playing in South Africa.
Yeah, so I've been doing a lot on the European scene this year, trying out for Q schools, playing on the TP Tour, which is a mainland tour in the UK. Tried out for the MENA Tour, which is in Jordan, and been playing on the Florida Elite Pro Tour in America and the FPGA Tour in America as well. So I've been here, there and everywhere trying to do stuff and gain experience, and yeah, it's really good to come back here and use that experience.
As Brown was the defending champion, he came into the event with a target on his back. Both he and Tomlinson were relaxed and confident about their game.
I played really well the first day. If you do manage the course, there's an ability to score. Yesterday I think it's hard. You kind of have some days where everything seems to go wrong. It's like the course is playing against you, but there's some great tricky holes. There's some things that really test out skills. You need every shot in your bank, and you need to be able to play them well. So a few of them I missed yesterday, and then a few sort of unlucky breaks, but I like the way that the course is structured. The way that it is a lot of challenges out there, which I really enjoy about the game.
Yeah, definitely the pins were really tricky yesterday, and I made some errors in my own game, judgment off the tees, etc. So I'm going to put that right today and see how we get on.
The beauty of playing in the biggest event on the calendar for the local youngsters is that they can see firsthand how some of the top players handle the conditions and the course. And the converse is also true. Damien was mightily impressed with Ignatian Duries.
They're amazing. They're out of this world. We played with Iggy the other day, and that guy just blew me away. Start to finish, the guy's phenomenal. I mean, I think I went close to having him in the first round. I think he still got me, but yeah, the guy's off the charts. Like the whole youth program it's inspiring, you know, to see everyone out there and to see the way they're playing is just phenomenal, you know. It just makes you feel, it's a feel-good sort of thing to see everyone out there having a go and doing it in the professional way they do.
Brown was the class act again at the Canon SA Disabled Golf Championships. Having shared the first round lead with Australian Jeff Nicholas on 2 under 70, a second round of 76 moved him to 2 over par 146, and he started the final round 2 shots clear of Nicholas and 10 ahead of South African Les Autres pair Charles Theron and 2-time former champion Iglan Grobelin. Brown and Nicholas were evenly matched over the first 9 holes, but the Englishman shifted into top gear on the home loop. He racked up 3 birdies before draining a final birdie putt at the closing hole for a 74 and an 11-shot wire-to-wire victory on 4 over par 220.
Yeah, I had an atrocious front nine today. I think I was 6 over through 9, and I thought, you know, Jeff was right behind me at that particular time, so I had to sort of pull my finger out, and luckily I come back in with 5 birdies on the back and finished strong. So yeah, it was good.
Returning as defending champion gave Mike a serious confidence boost. His knowledge of the course and conditions and the ability to dig into his memory bank and feed off the good vibes from a year ago certainly helped him this year.
There's a lot of memories from last year about how different I played. I looked and I've sort of had a little reflection of how much I've learned this past year. So it was nice to finish strong. So yeah, it was good positive thoughts for the season.
KwaZulu-Natal junior Sandile Shange, making his second appearance in the flagship event, led from start to finish in the deaf overall Stableford division. Shange won by 6 points on 88 with rounds of 31, 32 and 25.
I am from Kwantintwa School, and when I was little, I used to watch TV and I saw all the golfers on the TV and I thought, oh, I will never be able to play golf. It's just like, oh, maybe it's just a normal sport or whatever. And then in 2015, I started training with my coach. There was a white guy with the name Anton. And he taught me how to play golf, and I continued playing every week. And I improved myself and my thoughts, and now, oh, I love playing golf. I'm not scared to play golf or anything. So last year, in 2018, I played at the Canon South African Disabled Open, and I was second. And but I was fine. I was happy with that. But this year in 2019, I am so lucky because I am leading, and I'm so happy.
In the Deaf Stroke Play Championships, Charles Williams was the winner. The 2017 champion triumphed on 2-5-1 with rounds of 86, 82 and 83, denying fellow First Swing program coach Darren Hanekom back-to-back wins.
I feel amazing because I won like 2 years ago, and I tried to win last year, and this year I'm back again, and I feel so important, and I feel very happy.
Like any sport played to an elite level, the right preparation is vitally important. So what were Charles Williams' preparations like for this year's tournament?
I prepared with my boys, or I call them my boys, they're my family. They supported me, and they also helped me with my training, and I worked with them at different schools, coaching different children and having different experiences. So I learned from that, and I got a few skills from that. So yeah, and that's what prepared me to win for this year.
Winning an event as big as the Canon SA Disabled Golf Championships can go a long way to stepping into the big time. 25-year-old Charles, who rose through the First Swing golf program, has plans for the future.
I will become a coach, a PGA coach. I'm going to train with Darren Hanekom and learn and do the PGA course, and we'll start in the next 2 weeks to study. I'm so excited, I can't wait.
Charles was born hearing but contracted meningitis when he was 1, which left him deaf. He started playing the game at a young age as a learner at the Delabat School and College for the Deaf in Worcester. He is now coaching golf at schools for the deaf and persons with disabilities in Cape Town. His win, he says, will definitely motivate his students.
I will motivate them I'll show them pictures of the trophies, show them pictures of the golf course and what happened during the week, and I will show them all the different things, and I'll tell them about how I played, and yeah, I will tell them about that, and hopefully that will motivate them.
Another First Swing program graduate, Ignatian Duries from Citrusdal in the Western Cape, took part in the Les Autres category and tells us how his tournament went.
My tournament round, I started well with the 81 and 82, and I didn't finish so good, but it was better than last year. I finished with an 89, but I made a couple of mistakes today, but I've learned out of it. But for me, it's just I did better than last year, and I enjoyed myself out there.
Dury's caddy for the tournament was also his coach, and he tells us more about him.
It was an awesome week with him. Kirk is just a very good caddy, also good coach. He had a couple of rounds with me, and I've played my junior tournaments also with him as my caddy. So for me to have him on my side this week, it was really great for me to have him on my side. Just once again to play better and to enjoy the golf course.
Sport is littered with wonderful success stories such as Iggy's, but it's not often that we hear about the life of a sportsperson away from the playing field. Iggy tells us more about his life outside the game of golf.
I'm studying general management, also work at the SA Disabled Golf Association. Also part with the other coaches, Darren, Charles and Raylan and Simo. So I'm based in Cape Town with the boys and also with the head office, which is at King David Mowbray. And I'm studying and I want to become in the business world, general management.
Duries is a true inspiration. He gives hope to other players and indeed non-players. And he has a powerful message for his fellow golfers.
When I go back and tell them, I just want to tell them they mustn't give up, and they must just practice and keep going and never give up. Because I started very on where they started, but for me to have encouraged them, just to tell them what I finished with. I finished 8th, but I want them to be like I'm in this program. So I'm also the ambassador, but I want to tell them to enjoy the game of golf.
Needless to say, Ignatian Duries was very happy with the way he played at the Canon SA Disabled Golf Championships at Magalies Park.
I feel very great because they're very talented golfers and also good players, and the company was very good. I had a practice round with Jeff, and it was fantastic, and he's also a good golfer. But I want to congratulate Mike Brown on winning the tournament once again, but it was fun for me to see them again.
If playing golf is about being a little better every time you tee it up, then Iggy is on the right track. He finished one place better than a year ago and is highly motivated to continue the improvement.
Didn't really reach my goal, but to finish better than last year. I finished 9th, but finished 8th this year. But my goal for next year is just to be to win my division and also be in the top 5. So that's my goal for next year.
The Canon SA Disabled Golf Championships at Magalies Park Golf Course was a huge success for all involved. Congratulations to the organisers and especially the players for putting on such a wonderful display of skillful golf.